Welcome to the V&A Ceremony of Remembrance. Today we are commemorating the lives of those who have departed this life during the past year and the lives of those who have survived them. Although we wish we were with you in person, holding space for these memories in the same room, we are grateful to have the opportunity to gather virtually. In this moment, we want to recognize and validate your experiences with grief and loss by sharing some words focusing on the connection we have as grievers.
Hi, my name is Lundy Fields. I'm the CEO of the V&A, and I just want to welcome you to this ceremony of remembrance. As we come together for this ceremony of remembrance, we are overwhelmed knowing we are connected to those who have extended kindness, grace, empathy, and understanding during some difficult and challenging times. We are surrounded by those who have held us up, shared our tears, offered a guiding hand, and opened their hearts to share our grief. We are connected through love. Today we are present with a common purpose, remembering that we are connected to those who may not be with us physically, but they are still with us. Especially as we laugh or cry, as we lament our loss and cherish the many memories we have, memories that might bring a smile, memories that brighten our day, and even memories that make our loved one's loss even harder to bear. This day is not about the time we didn't receive, or the trip we wish we made, or any regrets we might have, but it's about remembering what we did receive, the moments we still have to make us smile. It's about remembering the great times we did have, the journey we have taken together, the memories that stand true and continue to teach us and to help us grow and find our peace. We realize it's in the moments of adversity that we find our greatest inner strength. Extra patience, the tolerance and kindness we need to embrace those who may not have the words, to embrace those who are connected to us in spirit, or embrace those who are unable to share what's really on their heart. In the coming days, months, and years, we will still have those moments where we will need to understand and appreciate even more how our loved ones impacted on our lives. It may be a child's achievement, an academic milestone, a newborn welcomed into a family, or a tradition celebrated where we find purpose through our loss. There will be a day when we will experience peace, when the void is partially filled and inspiration will connect us to those who need us most, maybe even those who have also experienced loss. May this day be a day to remember, to feel, to let our hearts release. May this day be a day to honor our loved ones. In our most difficult hours, we may be reminded to lift our hearts not to what we no longer have, but what we do have. May this hope light your path. May this wisdom guide your steps. Today, let us remember we are a community connected and sewn together by a common thread, the thread of love. As a CEO of the V&A, I would like to express on behalf of our V&A family members and especially our hospice team that we have been honored and privileged and humbled to walk through this journey with you and your family and the one you loved so much. It is our passion to serve you at the highest possible level and bring integrity, compassion, knowledge, and love to you and your loved one. Thank you for allowing us to care for you and your loved one, and please know that our caring will continue and can continue through our bereavement team, an amazing team of grief counselors. Here's a beautiful poem written by M. Lancaster. We share the road of life with ones that we hold dear, and if it were in our power, we'd always keep them near. For they help us navigate the obstacles in life, and it makes the journey easier when they are walking by our side. And though the way is lonelier, when we no longer hear their step, remember they still share the road. They've just traveled on ahead. So I just want to thank you for allowing me to join you in this celebration of life. Thank you.
There's a quote by Michael Margolis that says, "Storytelling is about connecting to other people and helping people to see what you see." Telling stories is as an innate process of our human experience. We tell stories of our childhood, about things that happened to us throughout the day. We tell stories that are funny, old stories, and sad stories. Regarding our losses, sharing of grief story becomes crucial for connection and healing, and it's one of the most important parts of the bereavement process.
Hi, I'm Dr. Venazio. Hopefully most of you have met me already. I'm sure some of you haven't. Whatever the case may be, I'm happy to be able to speak to you today, although I cannot see you. I want to talk about hospice and why, as a hospice family, we take care of not just the patient, but the patient's family as well. I've been doing hospice for several years now, and I want to share with you why I got into hospice, being a physician in hospice. When I was a resident in medicine years ago, my grandfather was put in hospice. My grandfather was my best friend. He was very sick, and he was at home, and my family had a very bad experience with the hospice where we lived, which was not here, it was somewhere else. My grandfather was struggling, but just as importantly, my grandmother and my aunt and my mother were struggling as well. We weren't getting the help, we weren't getting the support. It got to the point where I had to call an ambulance and have my grandfather taken to the hospital where I was doing my residency, bypassing 3 or 4 hospitals along the way. We had to admit him into the hospital where we could provide him the comfort that would allow my grandmother, my aunt, my mother, and everyone else to have some sort of comfort in the fact that his journey was not a difficult one. We strive to try and help your loved ones make a journey that's not a difficult one, and I always want to be involved and help take care of people that need that at that time. We understand that the family is at a very vulnerable point, as well as the patient, when this is happening, and that providing that comfort is important to you as well as them. This is never an easy thing to go through, and there's many times where comfort is hard to achieve, but we do our best, and even afterwards we can help provide comfort going through all the things that you have to go through with the passing of a loved one. My grandfather, I used to not be able to talk about him without crying. Now I can talk about him and I can smile. Everybody goes through grieving, and everybody goes through different stages. Sometimes it's short, sometimes it's long, but we try to be there for you to help you through this. And I want you to know that not only do we care about your loved ones and view them as a part of our family, at least I view them as a part of our family and the care that we should provide, but we also view you as a part of our family and somebody that we should help get through this if the help is needed. So whatever you're going through in this difficult time, in this strange, difficult world, I would just like to tell you that we are here for you. I'm available. I know the staff is available. And if you have any questions or you need anything, I hope you always feel comfortable to reach out no matter how long it's been. So that's all I want to convey today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day from here on out. Thank you.
As we all know, last year was a challenging year for us all. Many aspects of our lives were changed. We have experienced many losses, including losses that involve the people we love. We are still feeling many of those changes. We are still grieving those losses. When we experience a loss, coming together with people who care about our well-being and with others who have also suffered a loss can be comforting and an essential source of support.
Hi, my name is Becky Jacobson, and I am one of the bereavement counselors here at the VNA Hospice. The last year has been filled with uncertainty and anxiety as we have all watched how the pandemic has upended our daily lives and routines. The mere fact that our normal biannual ceremony of remembrance is being held in a virtual format is a stark reminder of how even our normal rituals have undergone change. Coping with life in general has been stressful and required many adjustments. As David Kessler, a grief expert, said, we are all dealing with the collective loss of the world we knew. However, losing a loved one during the pandemic has added a layer of different challenge. When we experience a loss, one of the most important aspects of healing involves having a support system and utilizing the connections we have with our friends and loved ones. Relying on them to help us navigate the journey of grief is a fundamental part of our restoration. Increased feelings of isolation occur when these connections seem unavailable or inaccessible. The term social distancing has become a new buzz phrase, but much of that distancing has wreaked havoc on our deep need to be with others during grief. A recent article I read suggested that the term physical distance replaced the phrase social distance. The point was that humans are inherently social and being connected to others is crucial. Fortunately, in our current world, being able to communicate with others over the phone and social media has allowed safety and connection. Although our bereavement groups are not currently meeting in person, the VNA offers many support groups over Zoom, and we continue as a bereavement department to meet with clients either virtually, by phone, or in person, adhering to safety guidelines. We recognize the importance of this. No one should have to grieve alone, so as a department, we invite you to reach out. When our loved one dies, we lose the physical contact with them, but we never have to lose our connection to them. Lou LeGrand states, loving in separation is all about increasing your ability to express love for and to the loved one who is no longer physically present in your life. The relationship will live on forever, even as you have to go on with your new life. Establishing a new relationship with that person is one of the most essential tasks of grieving. The memories of our loved one, the constant awareness that love never dies, and the ability to continue traditions that were created and practiced by both, all help to establish that new relationship. Worden's fourth task of grief talks about emotionally relocating our loved one as we navigate a new normal, all the while remaining connected. Our relationship will last forever because love never dies. Even death cannot overpower love. Ongoing and evolving love is the ultimate force behind adapting to loss and change. It's the strongest healing force. By using love as a coping mechanism and increasing our ability to show and receive love, we can enrich and transform our lives. We can remain connected to our loved one and at the same time establish new and vital connections to those around us. By doing this, we can make our lives fulfilled, meaningful, and filled with joy.
My name is Mabel Ortiz Guzman, and I am a board-certified music therapist. The dictionary defines connection as a relationship in which a person, thing, or idea is linked or associated with something else. All of us, as humans, are connected through life experiences, culture, language, faith, and among other things, the range of complex emotions we feel and the manner in which we communicate them to the world. From a neuroscience perspective, researchers say that we are also connected to brain and cell to cell. Through my experience in end-of-life care, I believe that we are connected through our mortality and our awareness of it, through grief, loss, through empathy and love. We are proof of that premise as we all are here virtually, gathering to honor the memories and life of those who we have lost. We might ask ourselves, how may I stay connected with them now that they're no longer here physically? How can I stay connected to the life and memories of the ones I've lost? Through music. We can remain connected through music. Perhaps you know of a song that reminds you of your loved one. What memories come to mind when you listen to that song? Maybe the person you love had a favorite song, or one that got the both of you through difficult times. How did that song bring comfort to both of you and perhaps helped you keep going? When you listen to an artist you've never listened to before, do those lyrics validate, reassure you, or inspire you through your grief? Maybe singing could be the way in which you feel the most comforted and connected to the memory of the person you are remembering today. As a music therapist and as someone who has also experienced loss, I know that even though music can be a means to bring back pleasant memories, especially if we've had a recent loss, music can bring up uncomfortable emotions to the surface that might be too painful to experience at the moment. So take a break from listening to music if you need to. And I also encourage you to discover new genres, new artists, or covers of songs that fill up your heart, but that are performed by a different artist. This way, we might reduce the emotional response while remaining connected to the essence and memory of whom we have lost. One thing I want to emphasize: be kind and gentle with yourself. Reflect on what you're feeling and move with patience through the walkway of grief. There is a quote that I read recently that I'd like to share with you and leave you with. We grieve the ones we have loved and lost in this lifetime, not to sustain our connection to suffering, but to sustain our connection to love.
Florence Capel. Violet Fields. Charles Kimball. Daniel L Dacres. Gary Pridemore. Jeanette Rylander. Clair Stubblefield. Bernice Cameron. Leo Enderle. Doris Ann Sullivan. Helen Perdue. Maria Micheel. David Konforti. Phaon Schappell. Betty Sue Pack. Alan Shivler. Naries Reuter.
As we close out this ceremony, I'm going to lead us in a short chant and a little bit of breathing so that hopefully you guys will carry the lyrics of this chant with you as the ceremony ends. Let's just take a few deep breaths together. Take this time to center yourself. Wipe away the tears if there have been any. And I'll lead this chant. Though tears may fall upon my heart, I know we'll never part. Time heals pain, though love remains. Let's sing that a few more times together. Though tears may fall upon my heart, I know we'll never part. Time heals pain, though love remains. Though tears may fall upon my heart, I know we'll never part. Time heals pain, though love remains. Though tears may fall upon my heart, I know we'll never part. Time heals pain, though love remains. The bereavement department would like to thank you for taking the time to join us in this moment of connection. Our programs remain available to you. Please contact us for more information.